We say it in my house every time we make bacon.
Nice.
Boy. But yeah, my heart hurts, butter it. They should do another crossover episode with The Simpsons and Family Guy. It was funny the last time.
It was, but I think it works better as a one-off than trying to.
Incorporate.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, the other the Star Wars one worked, and they did like an episode 2 of it, and it was still funny. So we can always expand some
The
stuff.
episode 3 one was not. In fact, they didn't even want to do that one because they didn't have a lot to work with. I mean, I still
Yeah,
like
two.
it, but even he admitted that he
Fuck
was
is
like,
this guy shooting?
the jokes they make at the beginning of we only did this because we were contracted to was, it's like ouch.
I'm doing terrible now. Call of Duty, you can only do good one match, and then that's it.
I'm still waiting for that one match. I'm kidding. Of course, it helps that I haven't played in like a year, but
I get it. Like, you enjoy games if you're good at them, and if you're not, you don't want to play
Well, and there are times that even if I'm not good at a game, if I'm playing with you guys, I will play anyway. But I haven't been there lately. I haven't been in that kind of space where I can have that fun. Just to, I know I'm gonna die a lot, but let's go have fun. It's like,
Oh, I forgot to shut the window. It's cold in here.
I live in Florida. It hadn't been cold in here for a long time. So,
Ever.
yeah.
Never cold in Florida. Sun's warm as shit in mud.
Funny on the neighbor app yesterday, we saw we saw somebody reported there's an alligator in the lake, and oh my little dog drinks out of that lake. Oh my god, what are we gonna do? I'm like, you live
Imagine that. There's an alligator
in a lake in Florida. Yeah, go figure.
Where they live respectfully all the time.
Yeah. The other side of it was don't let your dog drink out of that lake. There you go. For multiple reasons too, because the microbes and stuff that are in the lake probably aren't good for your little house pet.
Yeah. Let an alligator eat your dog. Whatever, Susan. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Live in New England where there's no alligators. They're at the zoo.
Right.
Where you can't bring your dog unless it can help you see.
Yeah.
I miss when that was a thing. Now people just bring their dog to the grocery store. I'm like,
People bring their dogs
fine.
everywhere. When did that become a thing?
it's cool
Like, I
at,
don't ever
Home
remember anyone
Depot.
being allowed to bring their dog into the bank or the grocery store or whatever.
Yeah, unless it was like a service dog, right?
Yeah.
Which is
Now
still
everyone just brings in their dog. Like, we brought Willow into the bank once when she was a
Yeah.
puppy.
Yep. Because remember they're not allowed to ask about the whole, is it a service animal? Is it a, because emotional support animals are not cleared to go into like restaurants and stuff, but God forbid you should ask. You know. My sister did that with her daughter's dog once. She has the dog because she has seizures and the dog senses them. That dog wouldn't sense shit if you threw it at her.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. I mean, the dog was cute and all, but the dog was not trained for that at all. It's like, whatever.
So, I'll have you know, right? Willow is a well-trained service dog, right? She knows, she senses when food has been opened. Like, she will
Yeah.
literally exact. Like,
Yep.
there's something
And she can open the door for Minnie. See, that's a skill. That's a
Exactly,
skill.
that's it. So I'm at a Ballard event that I got quite late, and they're on the second part. So
Yeah.
I need a minute.
yeah, it's all good. So I was just letting you know, just in case you want to join. But
But I'm getting to the point where I probably will get a quote service dog that'll be trained at like helping pick stuff up and stuff like that. You know, get like a shepherd or something.
Yeah, they're expensive here.
Yep.
Gotta name him something cool.
I am not paying $35,000 for a dog and then naming him something like Hambone.
No, he said to name him something cool.
Like Froglanostic.
Yeah.
Or
No,
you'd be
like something cool.
Yeah.
You'd be like, here, something cool.
Yeah.
Here,
Exactly.
something cool.
It could be
Like
worse.
in the jerk shithead.
It could be worse. You could just call it dog.
No. Well, no. The trick for that is DOG, because it sounds it sounds foreign, but it's just spelling out the word dog. DOG.
That sounds like
Yeah.
sounds like you're a fan of Elon.
Yeah. Not Doge.
Dogex.
Yeah, but
Dog
there's
X.
enough people.
Dog X.
He's extremely quiet. Like what? We've gone literally 2 weeks without hearing anything from him.
It's okay. Trump doesn't mention him anymore either. Notice? I saw an article about that today. Trump hasn't mentioned him since April.
Trump's sick of it too. Trump's sick of it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We've kind of all
He's a
kind of.
weirdo.
By the way, say hello because we are streaming at this point.
Hello,
Oh, by the way, and mom might be listening, and it is my mother's birthday today, so
Happy
Hello,
birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
you can say old woman. It's allowed.
No.
No.
You're nice. I'll be back in a moment, okay?
Oh, shit. I gotta shut this window. It's fucking chilly. Fucking chilly willy in here. Oh, look, a blanket. Everybody dance now.
Sorry, I feel left out.
Why?
You said everybody dance now. I can't dance, so don't ask me.
I mean-
No, I can't. I have no rhythm. I can't even do that. Okay, no. It's just.
No. You are white.
So are you, fat man.
Damn, Keezy gonna take that?
Not very nice, Paul. Good grass.
Jerk ass, that was the worst. Gotta do better than that. It's his mom's birthday, you gotta make her laugh. You gotta tell Paul to stand up and say
I
it to
would,
your
but Paul
face.
can't. Paul wouldn't be able to stand for it.
Oh.
No. Oh, he did it. He went there.
That's called low hanging fruit in my friends. So yeah.
Yeah, I heard you got a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Low hanging fruit. I got
Well-
low hanging fruit.
Well,
like a
it's
sock full-
since I'm
got
sitting
my
all the
sock
time.
full of nickels.
Since I'm sitting all the time, the chair holds it up. So just kind of rest on the seat. Yeah.
Yeah, that's always nice.
He's got support.
Yeah, that's
Low
right.
fruit.
Right.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Luckily, I've never had the problem of like sitting on my testicles. I know people that do a lot, and I'm like, how does that happen?
Paul, did I ever tell you the story?
A man named Brady?
My wife
Oh.
up to rescue me from the chair.
No.
Oh, so when we first moved in here, I had I think I had a Nintendo GameCube. Or it might have been the original Xbox. But I used to play this NBA Live all the time, and I was up late playing that. And we had this rocking chair, old rocking chair, and it has slats, right? And it did have a cushion at the time. And I sat in it naked
Uh-oh.
You see where I'm going with this.
I can see that's not gonna end well. This is not...
So when you sit down, the slats loosen a little
Right.
bit, right? And when you stand up,
They pinch together. Yes, they do. Yeah.
yeah. So when I stood up, my nuts got stuck, and I couldn't get them unstuck.
Oh no.
Sit back down because they were like underneath me at that point. So I had to wake my wife up to like pry the chair apart.
Was there a lot of
And I
screaming involved? What the hell, dude?
I know that the next day she ordered a cushion for me.
See, in my family, we would have taken pictures first. Okay. Yeah, I'll be right. I'm gonna get that in a second. Hang on. Let me get my phone. I'll be right back. Yeah.
Look like chewing gum on a park bench.
Oh.
He knows we can still stop him from pulling all of Sanctuary into his realm of lies. This is what must be done.
You two, don't move.
I think I feel worse for her though, because that means she had to get down in their clothes to see what the hell was going on. It's like,
Yeah, she did.
sure.
She's not a fan of my balls.
And the only way she
Not
could probably
very
get a look was to
either.
look up under the chair. It's like,
I had a physical today. You didn't feel my nuts, not one time.
well,
Disappointed.
well, if they send you the satisfactory survey, just put it on there. He didn't grope my nuts.
Yeah, I don't feel violated. Remember that Family Guy when Peter like sued the doctor because
Yeah.
gave him a prostate exam?
Do you think
Oh yes, and he felt absolutely
I've
yeah.
been following you. I saw you to
Yeah.
summon Belial. I was a fool to ever trust you. I should have seen Saina was Vijarai this whole time.
Fucking idiot.
We are trying to save Sanctuary.
Keep your lies. I will return here, and I'll have the
One of my
full
favorite
might of the
episodes is when they
cathedral at
declare
my
him
back to put an end to this
retarded.
madness.
Which was
Oh, yeah. And retarded was.
when he made him think he'd get away with everything. You know, it's like, I can't help it.
That was a pretty. Those one of those episodes where they push the envelope.
Yep.
To the break.
I should find better
Yep.
shelter before I freeze.
It's still funny though. Tasteful. Like Playboy in the 90s.
Yep.
It was a
But yeah.
tasteful wank.
Well, Playboy was considered the classy one, and Hustler was considered the oh my god, that's disgusting.
My mom found my Playboys under my bed once, and I said that I read the articles.
Everybody said that. The interesting thing is they actually did have good articles. Yeah. How'd you learn how the deficit worked? That was between Miss April and
Right?
yeah, I mean, because they did stuff on the economy and all kinds of crap. It's like, wow. Where Hustler did the Dear Hustler magazine. My wife brought home a hamster. You know, it's like, and it just goes sideways from there. You know.
No! Never get the helicopter. Die. He's fucking dying so I can get it. Fucking asshole. You fucking fuck.
Yeah, that's why I never bothered to really set those up. Except for I think because every once in a while I get the heads up thing, and other than that,
Fucking shit. Haha, that's pretty funny. Somebody tried to camp where I put down one of my Bonson Bettys. And when they laid down on top of it, it blew them up. That's why I put them under windows and shit.
Yep. I get great joy when I'm just playing the rest of the game and all of a sudden I see that somebody triggered one of those Betty's and I'm like, got it. You know, whatever happened to me is fine because I just killed somebody.
They're easy to hide when they're dead boss.
Yep. You're gonna be at the top of the leaderboard, the losing team again.
Yeah, it's 90 to 72, and I'm at the top of the leaderboard. Fucking do something. I'm not even that good. Like, you guys should be a little bit better. Come on up. Run up the stairs. Yes!
I'm back.
Come back.
You okay?
Yeah, I just needed a minute.
Oh shoot, I got play of the game though. Again, once again, I lost and got play of the game.
I'm surprised they're not putting you in harder matches yet.
I would just settle for somebody being a little bit like better than me on the team. That way we could win.
Yeah.
Get more XP.
Or at least on par with you even, so that you're not like leading
Yeah.
the team.
Like I'm not getting like a crazy amount of kills. Just no one else is getting any more. It's like if I'm the lead, then it's like middle. Something better.
Where did
What-
Keezy go?
I don't know. I haven't heard him in a while. He was like mad about hockey, then
what?
now he's playing Grand Theft Auto 5. I don't think I have it installed. Maybe I joined him. That's it.
Yep. Yep. Mine. I was gonna say my non-series Mexico millions of dollars in hotel suite, helicopters, and all kinds of stuff.
No, it's not installed. It's installed downstairs, but I don't think it's. Is it best?
Is it
Got a big day tomorrow.
other stuff as well?
That's all it has been. I don't want to take it all with me into tomorrow. Tomorrow to go home. I need to be perky.
Is it safe?
Mm-hmm.
So,
This
I
is
just...
This is not what happened. I fought
It's just too
alongside my
much.
brothers. I did. Didn't I?
Too much too
I don't understand
often,
what...
I guess. I don't know.
My brother knights died here. Was
Oh
I
god,
a
they're gonna have
coward?
me running all of Shifa's ECGs tomorrow.
What the keys?
Oh, that was just a given. I knew I'd be doing that. They're doing bum though, because I'm gonna be across the hall doing
It's them
my
again.
onboarding and Neo and all of that stuff for a good portion of the day. Which means they know I'm gonna be right across that. And utilize me.
Ew, what's gonna we're just gonna pop our head down the corner and be like, we're just gonna borrow this one for like 10 minutes. Well, later you'll
It's like the awkward union shit.
always pull the
What do we do if this happens? Like, I already went through this when I was a student here literally 2 months ago. Like, I collapsed. I know there's the only one. I know I want to be awake for because we weren't allowed to touch the computer systems when I was a student because legally we're not allowed. Yeah, because everything has to be traceable at all times. I was thinking about going simple. I like this. Black or navy blue, I want to use them in slow. Show up on a chorus and they could be like, hi! That's funny too, because I already know exactly where Christine's gonna be. Everything else as soon as I get there. It's easy to get off the because we have the patience. The employees entrance, obviously. They're like 10 feet apart. The only difference is that one leaves behind a wall and... Hello? What? I'm in the middle of talking here. What? I love you. Good. Not for a couple weeks yet. Go on. Hurry up.
This is my fault.
Entrance next to each other, wall.
Oh, yeah.
Because of
What?
me?
Yes, thank you. Love you.
But I just watched it.
Sorry.
I
Did
summoned
interrupt
those
us. They have no
demons.
manners. So, at that point,
Now he knows that lie.
and Connie are already there,
I
but they're
understand
usually
now.
in the back with
This is
people,
all
right? So
Belial's
it's
work.
just Christine out front.
We're trapped
So if I come in
within
the side
his
entrance and
realm of
close the door
lies.
lightly, I can just pop out from behind the corner and scare the shit out of her.
Does that
Ah,
even
there you
mean?
go.
How do we get out of here?
There's no escape from the realm of lies.
Fire.
That was Belial. He's here. We have to find him.
Information and stuff. Like I filled all the forms out and sent them back as they came in. Should be all set otherwise.
As long as IT was on top of their game already.
I was literally just thinking the exact
Yeah.
thing. As long as corporate and HQ are both done what they're supposed to do at the time.
Yeah, usually they don't tend to fuck around too much though because of the union. That where it was different branches. My mom and I actually went to the same uni.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's kind of nifty.
Same union, different location.
Yeah. Because obviously, I mean, she was in Florida. Not really the same coverage.
Did like a bit of the volume and stuff.
Oh, stop it. Ignore him.
That's fun.
My mother had one of the boards for shooting with flowers.
Floor. I thought you said floor. That's a good dad jokes.
Your ass. It's
But you laughed anyway.
I don't know, like, local, my dad.
Local 904.
1-0.
Your dad was in the local mustache union.
He had a unit. He was a unit rep at one. Colonel Sanders and
I was thinking more the Union of Secret Hood Society, like.
He's like a Canadian Sam Elliott.
No, but ironically, his buddy is. If Sam Elliott is
Well, he's one of those things.
but like him sounds like identical mustache. It is uncanny. Like I looked at him when I first met him. This was going back years ago. When I first met him, I was in my 20s. I just looked at him. I was like, "Holy fuck, you look like Sam Elliott." Told my dad later the asterisk over that was, "But if you were fat."
Sam Elliott's pretty cool.
I like
I like
Sam
a lot of
Elliott.
his stuff.
I do too. He, as Carter's slave, he was a perfect Carter's slave. He.
Yep.
Called him Brock.
What?
Exactly. He usually destroys the superheroes or dumb categories.
He's here. Show yourself, evil one!
No, I like superheroes. Captain America and stuff.
Your insolence
Do you know who Carter's
is
slave
at an
is?
end.
He was the original.
Always
Yeah, I don't know. I read those comic books a little bit, but I didn't like watch any of this stuff.
If you, but that's the thing. Like, we see all
I
the
am
superficial
Vijarai.
shit that they throw
I
on the
studied
big
a
screen
lifetime
and that
for
kind
this
of
day.
crap. And it's if you actually
The
read
realm of
those
lies
books,
is a realm of
like
the
there's
mind.
so much more to
Now
it than
that
what they
I
put
see
on the
through its
screen. Like if you
deceptions,
look at who
I
Ghost
can
Rider
feel.
really is. This are however you boil it down to an hour and a half's worth of Nicolas Cage screaming.
I was gonna
on
say,
fire.
putting Nicolas Cage in there.
Nicolas
It's like,
Cage is Johnny Blaze, not what name you just mentioned. So
Carter
I don't
Slade is in Ghost Rider. He
Right.
hands the reins, quote unquote, over.
If he is not here, he didn't make it out. The lies have
in order
taken hold
to
of his
carry on
reality.
the legacy. But yeah,
Belial pulling us
he's in
into
there.
his realm was just
He's
a
the guy
hint
on
of
the
what he
horse.
means to do.
I
We must continue destroying his apparitions until we find a way to stop him
The guy on
once
the
and
horse
for
that
all.
kind of mentors him into who he's supposed to be, and then right before the end snaps his fingers, and him and the horse are set ablaze. That
Hey.
would be Sam Elliott
Seat.
okay.
Wash.
or
Wash your
Carter
hands.
Slade.
Okay, please go do that quick.
Leave her alone if she's exhausted. If she was she sleeping?
I don't know.
She might be
guess-
sleepwalking. Don't be yelling at her. Were you asleep? Oh, look at your face. What's wrong? What's wrong? You what? You were fine while you were out running around with Lucen all afternoon. I have to go to work tomorrow, Lily. Well, go to bed. We'll see what happens tomorrow, I guess. I can't really do anything. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh, that is a cough.
What? So put them in the dryer. You take them out of the washing machine. You open the dryer and you put them in the dryer, and then you put a dryer sheet in the dryer, and then you press on, and then there's a little
Close the
button
door
next to
first.
it. Yeah, you gotta close the door first, and then there's a little button on it that looks like, you know, you play it like a VCR. It's a play button, you know. You've seen a
Do they know what a
DVD
VCR
player.
is?
Maybe a DVD player.
There you go.
You don't need to take off your clothes in front of me and try to be edgy. I don't care. Just go fucking do what you want. Do the fucking thing that I just said to do. Stop being an ass. Because they're your clothes. Actually, never mind. I should do this. Mom's bras are in there, and if you put them in the dryer, she's gonna kill you.
It's true.
Bras are expensive as shit.
Yeah, they are. I just had
Especially
this
if you've got-
conversation with Casey yesterday.
Yeah.
Heck,
Whoa.
why did
Not
Keith?
about the dryer.
I would-
I
did-
was doing
did
the
Ke-
laundry. I was
oh.
taking my
Knows
clean
how
bras
prices
out of the laundry, and a bunch of the underwire is destroyed from people stepping on them and shit.
Well, I thought maybe he was putting Keezy was putting his bras in the dryer. I was confused.
Remember,
No,
do you
I
have any
don't.
idea how expensive these things are?
Easy has several bras. He calls them bros.
No. I don't have man tits like Paul does.
I do.
I take great offense to you calling them man tits, right? Take that back and call them
Okay,
by their real
moves.
name.
Moobs. Hey, moobs.
Yeah.
There you go.
Some of the hair.
You
What
knew
kind
where
of
that was
blood
going.
is it that you have?
All the kind you eat, Mariana. That's all you need to know.
Want that though, unfortunately. I have to go to bed.
Ah, so
Yeah, you
she
gotta get up
is.
early.
It's time she learned this part of the trade. The Pale Hand had a reputation. We never commanded the resources of the wolves, so we had to make do. We'd fight someone else's battles
Yeah,
and
get
take
some-
what their enemies left
get
Not
behind.
some,
just getting up, you're gonna be
you were
licking the ass
looters.
crack of dawn.
And
Yeah,
I'm in good
literally.
company, eh?
No, watch like
Earn
Ass
a
crack of
mercenary's
dawn,
trust,
open
and
wide,
we'll keep an
and
eye
show
out
me
for
its
whatever
big,
bits and
bright,
bobs
sunny
you might
center.
desire.
I love how you've
Speak
all
with Faye,
adopted ass crack.
You'll pay in pale marks, coins
That's always
gold
been a
with
thing
your
here.
dust.
Yeah, it's always been a thing with me.
Yeah.
Oh,
shows you're
okay.
one of
I
us
always thought
now.
I was just a fishman.
No, no.
Nah.
It's definitely been a thing here forever.
The ass crack of dawn is going to sit on your face.
Yeah. And wiggle. And not nicely.
Oh, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
fuck do I hang all these
Morning.
fucking bras? I got like 17 bras. So hang these somewhere.
Do you have a hanger?
I'm gonna
Because you
stand
just
with
gotta
them all
loop them
night.
all over the hook part, and there you go. And you just hang it in a corner. It's pretty self-compacting. Mind you, I'm sure my bras are probably quite a bit smaller than Rosa's.
Yes. I will be right back. I have to ask her a question.
What do you want me to do with all your bras?
Oh, but good luck tomorrow, Minnie, if you're getting off to go to bed.
Hey, watch out for the booby
Have a
traps.
good sleep.
Thank you, Frog. Oh my god, Keezy.
This guy. I'll be right back.
He's trying to wish me luck and watch out for the booby traps.
Oh, yes, good luck tomorrow. You're gonna do fine.
Oh, I know.
You know everything.
I do.
Good. Or stab people.
I will.
Alright. I'll talk to you. Well, yeah, I'll be back in a minute, but Minnie, I'll see you later.
Bye, dear. Love you.
Bye.
I'm not leaving.
Okay.
Good night, Key. Good night, Minnie.
Love you guys.
Good luck
Ah.
for tomorrow,
Yep.
mate, and
Thank you.
I will speak to you tomorrow. You'll have to let me know what's going on, and yeah.
You know I would. You know, I know that chances are you're gonna hear from me by like early in the morning anyway. Or you try. Yeah. It'll probably be something around the lines of, "Look at how many steps I did."
I mean, yeah, but still gotta say it.
That's fair. Alright, guys. Love you all.
Alright, rest up, mate. I'll speak to
Love you.
tomorrow. Love you too,
I-
mate.
Tea, please.
I know, I was gonna say I'll be right back and go make Minnie a tea.
Thank you. Bye.
Boy. Boy. BRB.
Dooply, dooply.
Just realized people are probably hearing a slight echo on my stream because I'm hearing a slight echo now that it's quiet.
Oh, okay.
And all the stuff
What do
that
you
feeds through my desktop feeds through back through the channel. Oh, speaking of which, I need to check something. So let me know if you hear this. Did you hear that? No? Yes? No? Maybe
No.
so. Okay, let me check something. I know the stream can, but that doesn't solve that issue. Huh. Weird. According to the settings, you should be hearing it.
What the fuck is wrong with my kids? Ugh. He's in the bathroom taking a shit. I said, hurry up, I gotta pee. He said, I can spread my legs wide. Like I can pee in between. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
Look at these kids, man.
you definitely have that. That's just weird, dude. That's just that's
So weird. So he's so off-putting sometimes. But sometimes he's really funny. He's made me laugh like tears.
Which one is this? Is this the younger one or the older one?
The younger one, Oliver. He's fucking funny. Sometimes he just says some wild shit, but it's like right on point. So you can't help but laugh about it.
It's about that comedic timing, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got the quick wit like his father, so His
Oh, yeah.
mother too.
Who's
My
his
wife's
father?
pretty quick. She's
Um,
yeah.
They're just as important to a smith as a
You left yourself
You'll
open for
never
that.
make a
That's
living
all
if
you,
don't
I
man.
learn
did.
how to balance a book
Did.
fate.
I guess.
I was more open than the investigations against Diddy. I was more open than Cassie in court.
Oh.
It doesn't matter how this turns out, guilty, not guilty. Puff Daddy's career is done. Like, he's dead. That's it.
Yeah.
The world will never, ever let him do anything ever again. He's
Nope.
canceled for sure.
So.
Yeah, it's just over. It doesn't matter. Like, I hope he gets found guilty if that's what if he really did the things he's been accused of. But, like, if somebody put it kind of like, it's like, if he didn't do the things he's being accused of, like, if he really truly didn't do anything illegal, he's just having freaky sex parties, that doesn't make him a criminal.
Right.
No.
But if the shit that he's been accused of is absolutely true, which, I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming out that it's kind of hard to not believe it, then yeah, he should absolutely be punished for that shit. Like, any underage shit or whatever the fuck's going on, like, that's...
Oh, 100% agree with that. And yeah.
And Bieber has officially come out and said he didn't do anything with him, but he does. If there were victims, he feels for the victims. I don't know if that's true. If that's Bieber just trying to protect himself, but he did finally come out and say something. So.
Yeah. Uh-oh. There's a buffalo charging at me.
You know, I'm not a Bieber fan, and I don't like all the stuff he's done as he's been growing up and stuff. But at the same time, he's been through a lot of shit with the whatever, the Bell's palsy and whatever it was that he had. And sometimes you really do think people should just leave him alone for a while.
I mean...
So you had a
kinda
nervous
grew
breakdown. Tell us about it. You know.
Where's all the buffaloes that I shot? I'm out here just shooting mad buffaloes.
You know, that is the curse of being famous like that, is you never get left alone. You can hardly take a shit without a camera trying to peek through your bathroom window. You know.
I have a live feed in my bathroom window.
I'm sure you do.
Oh, majestic buffalo, I shoot you in the head. Collect your
Majestic.
skins for money, so I just kill you dead.
Nice.
I use a 50 caliber, even though it's quite unnecessary.
Person I was supposed to get together with tonight, if to do the recording, he said his power went out. It happens quite often in Guam. So. Schedule.
Weren't enough watts of power? Nah, it doesn't really work.
Now, it's a territory of the United States, right?
Yes. And he's like, I want to say 12 or 13 or 14 hours ahead of me. So for him, it's tomorrow morning.
I mean, it's tomorrow morning for me as well.
Well, yeah, but for him it's like 10 a.m. or something.
He's not the only person you know that's from the future. I too am
Right.
from the future.
I know, and I wish you would give me the lottery numbers before we draw them. It would make my life a lot easier.
That's not how it
Oh.
works.
There would be signs, right?
That
There
would be cool.
signs.
though.
Give me that. Give me that book from Back to the Future. I just have to make a couple of long Super Bowl bets and stuff like that. Be set.
Oh yeah. Bet your life savings on the score and everything.
Yeah, and do because at the beginning of the season they say the odds of such and such a team making it to the making it to the playoffs, making it to the Super Bowl, and all that. Those are the long odds ones that you want to hit. You know.
Go back to 2007 and be like, at the end of the season, just bet like $10,000 on the Giants beating the Patriots in the Super Bowl. And everyone's like, "Nah, you're fucking crazy. You're
That's right.
fucking crazy.
Yep.
You're fucking crazy." And then you just win so much money because everyone else bet on the Patriots.
Yep. And you know, some sport book made that bet. You know, somebody did. Maybe not for 10 grand, but you know somebody.
You there, Wanderer?
Some crazy Giants fan
Spare a
was like,
moment.
"I'm fucking putting $2 grand. I know they're gonna win," and he won like $10,000. But he went home and left his wife because he wasn't smart enough to know that's not a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because he's a Giants fan.
Ooh.
I've killed like all the bad guys in this game. I'm just like trying to 100% it. And every once in a while, I kill a civilian just to let him know who the fuck's in charge.
I prefer the smell of goat men.
He fought it earlier and fucking stunk so bad. It's awful. Made me gag. What the fuck are these drug boats, yo? Saying I gotta go up these drug boats, but I haven't seen them at all. Oh,
What game are you playing?
Far Cry 5. Never 100%ed it. I beat it a couple times, but I'm trying to like do all the missions, all the side missions.
Right. And the Far Cry games have a lot of those.
Yeah, there's so much stuff. Gotta keep the fucking locals in line though. They get a little too handsy. Every now and then I hit them with a shovel. I also have to put this guy on. It's like a laser gun that's like a mini rocket launcher in your hand. It just blows everything up around you. Epic has it, and we're trying to go through the game, and Epic is just like, oh, I just killed a fucking elk with a 50 caliber hand.
You see him too.
When
The ghost.
Epic
of
should be back with us tomorrow or
When
later
he was a
today, or
boy,
in your case, Sarah.
He was taken to the Black Asylum, and now
Yeah.
he haunts my every
like,
moment. I don't know.
You can find out about his new place.
No!
Mm-hmm.
No! 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 You're dead!
I know he is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, 'cause he posted on Facebook the the town he moved into. I'm like, well, that's a lot closer to a lot of stuff. It's
Oh yeah, 100%. Like where he was before, it was in our end of nowhere.
And you know it's big when I recognize the name of the place. Like, oh, okay, I know where that's at. Yeah, he died in like 2 hits. I'm like, okay, that's too easy, but I'll take it because now I can move down.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta do that.
Yep.
I do that in a lot of games. I put Far Cry on a higher level. You put it on.
This book has a game plus where you can like use your security.
At first it didn't have it, but they added it later on. Yeah, now you can start a new game and keep all your shit and your money.
Which to me is cool, especially if you're doing cleanup stuff. Yeah, especially if you're doing because
yeah, especially if you're just
nice. Oh, basically it respawns them. That's actually cool.
I'm always down to play it with people if you ever want to run through it.
I enjoy. I don't think I've ever been able to do it. But yeah, I can reinstall it. You said we have 5. Because I have a couple of them. The helicopter is one of my favorite parts. The airplane, I like the helicopter.
Yeah, but there's a couple of parts.
Yeah. She was in there. Yep.
They have a hard time with.
Whereas I'm used to it, and I expect it. If it's not inverted, I invert it. If it's not by default inverted, I have to. It's like I can't fly this. I need aircraft controls. Yeah, I need aircraft. Yeah, only with the flying games. But if I'm in an airplane, it's got to act like an airplane. If I push up on the stick, the nose has got to go down. You know.
you like stick to your TV, and it was almost like a movie type video game. It was like back in the 80s, and you could like play Top Gun or like.
Oh
Jet
yeah,
Simulator on
I
it
kind of
one day.
remember that. Yeah.
I wanna-
Yep.
I hate that so much.
On the console, yeah. You had them on the computer. But that's where I learned how to play a lot, was on computer devices. That's why I can't do a flying game with a 50 sticks and a thing. Seriously, I just can't. They don't make sense to me.
Oh my god, speaking of early computers, I remember my friend had a copy of it. It was a basketball game. They could use the numbers, but they couldn't say the actual number. So I just remember being the Chicago Bulls, and they had Michael Jordash. Number 23, and I remember me and my friend just laughed so hard about it. We were like 10 or 11 years old. We were just like, hilarious. Michael Jordash. It was like Scotty like, or like Gary Hilton or something.
Oh, yeah.
It would just be like a little bit off, but not like the right
So,
thing.
so you would know who it's supposed to be.
Yeah. And they would have like the same haircuts and just be black, but it was all pixelated back then, so it wasn't like a real good likeness.
Yep.
In the custom player. Or no, PlayStation's like 96, 97. One of those. And I remember me and my friend Derek used to like make one custom player. He made a guy like 5'3", just get
So like Spud Webb, basically.
Yeah.
I admit, I was always more of a football guy, so Tecmo Super Bowl was my favorite.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, those jackets, nobody could.
Or Emmett Smith was the other way too. If you ran with Emmett was unstoppable, literally.
Go this way.
Yep.
Oh, where am I going? It's not fair. Moses is unstoppable.
Yeah. There you go.
And he was like playing Tecmo Bowl with his friend. I was like 8 or 9 years old, and like I used to sit there and watch him play, and like once in a while they'd let me play. I got pretty good at it after a while. I begged my mom to buy it. I was always
Nice.
I never passed it. I just run all over everything.
Oh, right.
Phil Jackson would have like 800 rushing yards and like 12 touchdowns.
Your chat is working. That's fine.
I never really played sports games. The only one we play is Football FIFA, Sensible Soccer, and that was like top-down football. And if you lob the ball right from kickoff, you'd always score, regardless. Like, it'd be
What, babe?
sensible soccer.
Oh, love you. Sorry.
So, but yeah, like basketball wasn't necessarily a big thing over here, although we knew who Michael Jordan was.
Michael Jordan. My favorite soccer game of all time has to be FIFA Street. That was so fun to play. Did you ever play FIFA Street?
I
It was
never
on the
did know.
Oh, dude, it was so because it was kind of like you've heard of like NBA Jam, right? Like it's sort of a comical version of basketball. Like they had NBA Street, FIFA Street, and NFL Street, and FIFA Street was by far the best one.
Yeah, I didn't play any of those. I wasn't into sports games except for like the Tecmo Bowl because I knew I could play it, you know. And so, but I didn't go searching them out. And of course, Madden when it started coming out. Yeah.
Oliver, go to bed.
What's this bed you speak of?
Right.
So, new hardware predictions for
Xbox?
Mhm.
I think there might be two. I think there could be a handheld, but I think they're still gonna do at least one more console that'll hold them out for the next 7 or so years after they release it. I don't think they're gonna kill the consoles right now like some people are saying. I think that's stupid.
Nah, people will still buy consoles.
Yep.
And this one's fairly new. They're not gonna do anything crazy yet.
Actually, this one is 5 years old, dude. So this is where we would be about toward the middle end of the generation. But they've already said we're going to see something from them probably by the end of 2027.
All right, good. Give you time to save some money because these shits are expensive.
And they're going to be more expensive now, yeah.
Yeah, with the tariffs and shit, I might just buy a gaming computer. Say fuck it.
That's what a lot of people are doing. Is
I'm kind of thinking about this now, and I'm all for Xbox games going on to PlayStation only because if I had to buy a console next generation, it's not going to be an Xbox, it'll be a PlayStation because it's the best of both worlds, right? Because at this point in time, I can't justify buying a PlayStation just for a handful of games.
Yep.
Whereas if they're all on one console, even if I have to wait, I don't care.
I was gonna say you're gonna be they're not all gonna be day one. That's not gonna happen, at least not yet. That's not gonna happen.
But that's where a PC would come in, like a gaming computer, right? Because then I've got the best of both worlds.
Yep.
And I can just save one left box, and yeah.
It's good to belong
And
somewhere.
eventually, it won't be long until there's enough passion about mounts on PlayStation for them to start being a little bit more consumer friendly.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I mean, money talks.
No, I think from based on what some of the stuff that the executives over at Sony had said the other day, it does look like they're going to go into because they're talking about engagement being the key. Well, the only way they're going to get that is they're going to have to go on more screens again. So they are going to be following suit. It's just a matter of how long it takes them to get there.
It's only a matter of time, and at the end of the day, it's like console wars. Like console wars is not the business, right? Like getting your game, as I said, like engagement, getting your game as many times as possible is what it's all about now.
Yep, and that's why people that get Xbox, they're going to close down it. Like, no, dude, when you look at the financials, Xbox is quote winning because they're making the money because they're on more screens. how that works. That's how, you know.
Fail to see the 10 million, 15 million, 10, 15, whatever it is.
Yeah.
The Game Pass from the
the only people who ever console, the companies don't console war. They don't look at it like they that's all a customer thing. That's all, you know, idiots on Twitter. Bill has even said we know we can't compete with Sony with console for console, or at least not by the numbers. They'll never catch Sony. They know they can. Stupid. So they're taking the route. We're gonna be on every screen you can own. We're gonna be on your phone. We're gonna be on your TV. We're gonna be on your Fire Stick. We're gonna be.
They took the app away from the Fire Stick.
But the
Xbox
did they? I haven't plugged in my Fire Stick. Yeah, that Fire Stick hasn't plugged in for a long time. Was it working on one before and it's not working now, CD, or?
Whenever one pops out for like get 3 months for like X amount.
Right. Jump on that, yeah.
I'll jump on that. I'll get the free book tokens and whatever, and you know, collections building up everything. So I said to the guys like, look, I'm not having to go at you, but you know, your Lord and Savior Jeff Bezos, like, you know, you're undaunted. Like, the least you can do is tell people how much they're going to be paying on the next billing cycle.
Right.
Like, it's not a hard concept to do, right? Like, everyone else, every other subscription service, like, you know, on this date we're going to take this much money from your account. Not very difficult.
It's really not.
You can tell the guy was dying to fucking laugh. I was like, yeah. Customer service, bitch.
I want time, you tell me time.
Why isn't it working? Dang it. I'm gonna have to. It sucks about trying to get all this stuff set up correctly. Half the time it decides to stop working.
Or even with like your PC being pretty. Like,
Yeah. My
iffy on the buttons.
my PC is pretty not high, but it's mid high at this point, so it's pretty good. It's I think it's Restream. Restream is being stupid.
Right.
The problem is, it's what I hate it. Why it's frustrating for me is because you get the stream started and it seems to be working, and then it pukes. And then the only way to fix it is to, okay guys, sorry, I gotta kill the stream. I'll be back. And so you lose all your viewers that you have, and maybe they'll come back and maybe they won't. You know, it's like, okay, that's not fun. That's, you know. See if it's working partially. I have my doubts.
Yeah, awesome.
Yep. Come on.
You see, even now, it's still not something that interests me.
Seems to be.
And I don't think I'm entertaining enough for people to actually like tune in. I'm watching play games right now.
I think you're pretty entertaining. I'd watch you play games.
Yeah, I haven't had any action on my chat tonight. I don't know if anybody's watching or not, but I don't care. I'm streaming anyway, so. I'm just trying to get in the habit of, somebody said, you know, to just anytime you're playing or going to be on for a while, just stream. And, you know, over time it'll pick up.
I kind of went the opposite way.
Well, I was going through that too. But the only way I'm gonna reach some of my goals and probably increase things a bit is to actually do it. Because I can do it. Yeah, because I would like, I do have, because I have all that stuff I do for 42 TV and I can impress them. But to do that, I need to get the like maybe help offset the hotel fee. Even if I can just do, stuff here within Forest.
You see, I can like
And there's Keezy on my Twitch channel. Don't make me block you. No, I'm kidding.
I said hi.
It's like swearing already.
Actually, no, that's good because that tested. Because I'm going to restream. That means I can see both Twitch and YouTube. I can see both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Because if I want to get to where I can get like super chats on YouTube, I got to do a lot of hours of streaming. Even if I don't get Funny, you know that stream when you guys were on with me the other night, PG and Zoom. We were playing a Fallout, right? So I got messages because Fallout has all those songs on the radio, and I always had it going in the background. I got all kinds of notices that. No, I did. I didn't because I'm not monetized anywhere. So they were, so they said if you were monetized, we would demonetize this thing. It has been blocked in one area. I looked to see which territory it was blocked in because of violation of all songs by Cab Calloway, Russia. So my Russian viewers cannot watch that episode. I was like, you know, poor Vladimir is going to be very upset that he can't see the show, you know? It's, you know. Yeah. Putting on the Ritz. Because, I mean, as long as... Putting on the Ritz. Now's a good time for my mother to start watching. Yeah, there you go. Right before I left for Christmas, and I did it for like an entire month. Ever since I came back, I just, like you, I didn't have the energy to do it. I'm like, you know.
It's not really the energy, well, it is.
Well, because it's not just a matter. Usually, I just like to jump on and play, but that means I gotta jump on. I gotta make sure everything's set up, and you'll notice I don't have a category now. I just have, you know, games and stuff, and you know, I didn't put a game in. That way, I can change whatever game I want, and if I decide, you know.
Yeah, I do that. That's why.
That way I don't have to remember to always change it. Because you guys know how I play. Sometimes I'll play a game for 4 hours. Sometimes I'll play a game for, 20 minutes and go, heck, I want to go do something else. You know, so.
Yeah, I'm like that too.
Unless I really want to focus on something and see if I can draw players in. There was one game I got to play. Oh, it was Atomfall. I got to play it a few days early and stream it. I had like over 700 people up on my stream. Yep, you're gonna have to get up early and help Minnie deal with, do many things and deal with the little children.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I know you're hoping that little girl is not sick because if she's starting to cough, yeah.
Yeah, I hope not. She was with her dad all weekend, so it's the first we're hearing of it.
Pick something up.
Yeah, she may have picked up the dog and that started and then
Fucking
Is 5-1 with Giancarlo? That was the one before that, right? At 6. Oh yeah.
That's 6. 6 was alright. Yeah, I didn't mind it. It's kind of hard.
I did like the story though. I thought the story was Did you do the Danny Trejo taco missions?
Yeah. It's a fun game.
Putting on the Ritz. Oh. Anytime I hear that song, all I can do is think of Young Frankenstein.
What?
You ever see the movie Young Frankenstein? Dude. Peter Boyle is the monster. And so him and Gene Wilder do their version of Put on the Ritz to show that the monster is intelligent.
It's so fun.
Yep. Back in one of the Halloween episodes, he dressed up as Frankenstein.
I remember that episode. Now I appreciate it. I know that. That's
Yeah.
really good.
Peter Boyle, Gene Wilder, Marty Feldman, the Crazy Eyes, as Igor. It's called Igor, because Gene Wilder is, he's Professor Frankenstein. That's Frankenstein. So Igor is Christ in prison. And if you do watch it, notice on which side of his back that the pump is on. There you see Igor.
Okay.
Because that was not scripted. Marty just decided to flip it around a couple of times.
I just stole this lady's truck. Why are you running in front of me and complain that I hit you?
She's one of those insurance people. You hit me. You ran in front of the vehicle. Hitting me. Holy shit. Oh, crap. The butcher showed up. That's what. I was doing so well, too, and all the time I couldn't figure out. Something was smacking me down faster than I could heal. I'm like,
Oh, my butcher's an asshole as well.
well, especially I'm on like the fourth. I moved it, bumped it back up to the 4th or 5th level, and it's like, holy shit, he's just beating the living crap out of me. Everything else I was fighting, but it wasn't that bad. So, yeah, so I was chasing around a treasure goblin. And all of a sudden, the butcher. he actually leave, or did he just jump?
When the peg went wrong.
When you win the hooker, when you win the hooker in a drawing.
Here's a question. Is there like one giant border fence that goes all across Canada and America?
No.
Okay.
In fact, there's very, except for natural borders like the river and areas and stuff. There's really no border. I don't think there is really a border on the USA and Canada. That's not natural. Not like our actual border wall. So now you should see someone trying now. We need one on the northern border now to protect us from the drugs coming from Canada. Oh yeah, all 84 pounds of fentanyl compared to the 800 or something that we sent over to Canada.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the only drugs that go from Canada to America is the insulin, like super cheap insulin.
Well, that's because the Americans smuggle that in. No, there is a little bit, but it's not near as much as like the border, because that's like it's another part for the idiots. They need some. They're looking for something to basically say we need to do something about this. And this is really nothing. You know, it's one of those things. Comparatively, anyway. I mean, I'm not saying that 84 pounds of fentanyl is good, but I'm also saying that, you know, in the whole scheme of things, compared to the hundreds of thousands of pounds that are coming in through our ports and through the southern border, mostly through our ports, by the way. Most of the fentanyl comes in through our legal passageways. They don't get across the border. Yeah. 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 Yep.
Like, not possible.
Okay. So what happens, like,
there's not enough reason. There's not enough reason to. I mean, I think at this point, I mean, nobody from Canada sneaking down here. You know, it's like, what the? If anything, it goes the other way. Usually, people are trying to sneak out of America into Canada, usually to outrun law enforcement. You know, it's like.
I mean, But even then, like, surely it would be easier to leave to go to Mexico where there's no extradition treaty. If I
Oh no.
Right, yeah.
Well, I mean, right now, no. He'll send you back. I mean, all you gotta do is you're brown and you got an accent. They'll send you back. I mean, it's just.
Yeah.
Nobody's really sure what's going on right now. And if you've ever said anything against Trump or anything on your Facebook or any of the other socials, wipe that shit off your phone before you hit the border crossing. Because they will ask to see. Because they will ask to see it. That's what people do is they get a throwaway phone basically. The felon in chief, yeah. Banned. So yeah, they've taken and now looking at your socials to see if you say anything negative about the United States or Trump in particular. And if you do, they'll either deny you passage or hold you. Which is like so much of freedom of speech, I guess. But you know. They had somebody who was coming to Florida here for a dance competition, and they looked at some of the stuff on her phone and they wouldn't let her in. She got to go back to the country she started from. I don't know.
This happened. I know there was a girl from Wales got rejected, and she was like only young. I say young, maybe late teens, early 20s. Marathon, Boston Marathon.
Oh yeah.
There's a couple of in 1 year you get like one super sticky medal. Which we got.
It's like the Triple Crown they do for horse racing. You know, Kentucky, Preakness, and whatever the third one. You win all three in the same year, you get the.
You get a golden set of balls.
It's not like with getting that medal, it's like participation medal, but it's just like, yeah, you know what, you set a time at every single one of them, and it's a decent time, so yeah, you can get a good thing. But even he said that they're not doing America anytime soon. Which, yeah. And my sister's pretty much got like. So we'll go for like 4 or 5 days, and she's pretty much got Boston down to a thing where it's just a case of, you know what, by like, I don't take any additional luggage, just literally carry on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's. I would have never thought we'd be here in my lifetime. Seriously, I would have. Oh, jeez. I was not a showgirl. Yeah, I'm just saying.
It's not wrong.
He seems kind of scary.
Guess it's 1:39. I gotta.
Alright.
You do.
I'm just stopping things up myself now anyway, so.
Knackered, not knockered. Knockered and dead. Big knackered.
I wouldn't mind being knackered on dead knockers, so I feel like a nice thing.
Gee, I wonder what that song's about. You think? Oh, bitch. Singing to his sixth grade teacher.
Bang it, holy fucking shit. Like, I'm pretty sure she was like a couple of shirts away from like. But she knew what she was doing. Like,
I had one hot teacher in the 10th grade. Her name was Mrs. Peabody. I'm not kidding. Yeah.
Wow.
No, Mrs. Jones would literally, she'd wear like those tight shirts and the top of the bum was slightly undone, and when she'd come and help you with your work, she'd like, it's such a Welsh teacher's name. Like, yeah, you can't get any more Welsh than Mrs. Jones, right?
Mrs. Jones, Mrs.
And you'd be like trying to get help, and she'd just lean right in front of your desk and be like, "Yeah, this is like," and whatever answer your question. It's just like, "Yeah, this isn't awkward at all."
I bet it was great.
Oh, this is fantastic. Well,
She had nice big old bitties.
but yeah, no one took advantage of me in school. Boo-hoo.
Me neither.
Not for lack of trying. Is that what you're saying there?
I mean, with the exception of Mrs. Jones, most of them were old or minions, so.
What was that one in the 90s? Mary Lou Letourneau?
Yeah, Mary Lou Letourneau. Yeah. Yeah, I think, and even when she got out, they got back together and had another kid, I think. Like that.
Yeah, he was our baby then.
Yeah.
People were mad.
Nope. Are you playing football now?
The EA does have
Very limited audience now. In rugby, I would be interested in, but it's an
just like football with no but I think that's
Yeah, that's it.
they more just yeah,
yeah.
especially if you wait. And you're 6'7".
Get him out of the way so we can continue. But his name would be on the wall in the gymnasium.
Yeah, and then like 20 years later, you'll be on YouTube and hear about a fucking foundation. His name. Then you start down that TikTok hole. You're like, who the fuck is Marcus Cambridge? Who never heard of this motherfucker in my life?
Only played a half a game in 1989.
Yeah, with the San Francisco 49ers. And he got trucked over by Big Ed Grimley. Sammy Two-Tone. Like, they always had crazy names back then. Fred Too Tall Jones put him in the
It's
hospital.
good to belong
Drake.
somewhere.
William the Refrigerator Perry. Big
Yeah.
boy.
Oh, fuck that guy. Just scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl against the Patriots just to spite the Patriots. Like, not even... We didn't even need to score. They were already kicking our ass. You're like, I bet we could get this guy to run one in. That's how bad they suck.
It's like-
we had no business being in that Super Bowl.
Who was it? Deion Sanders, who, when he wasn't playing with the Cowboys, he went and stood on the star and spun the ball and shit. Wasn't that Deion that did that?
Oh, yeah. No, Terrell Owens.
No, Terrell, that's right. Yeah, I knew it was
Terrell Owens.
some totally disrespectful to the field. It's like that's when the even though you want fair play and good play, you're thinking, I hope you get trucked. I hope you know,
Terrell was a good player with a terrible attitude.
Yep.
He could have been even better if he just kept his mouth shut.
How to play nice with others.
I think that's when he was playing with the 49ers. Then he
I think
Just
so.
Early,
Yeah.
early in his career. That's why he got traded so much. It wasn't because he wasn't good. It's because he had a shit attitude. Same thing with AJ Brown.
Yep.
He wants to hear you act like a whiny baby. You're good, be good. Help the team win. Don't be a fucking douche.
Yep, and they may put up with it for a while, but then as soon as your numbers start to drop, they're like, okay, we don't need this drama in the locker room anymore. You know?
Nope. As soon as you're worth a lot of money to another team.
Yep.
And they can get like 4 or 5 brand new draft picks. You're getting old. Guess what? Your shit's getting old too. He made a rap album too, which is hysterical. It's pretty bad.
Oh.
Nothing will ever be as bad as Deion Sanders' rap album. It's all about the money.
I'm sure Shadir will put some.
Fucking Deion. If Deion Sanders was my dad, as hard as he says he is on his kids, like football career and stuff, I would always be like, Dad, remember when you made a rap album?
I sent my sweet boy.
Well, you know, his other son, the other twin, fired him as his agent after all that crap went down.
The blood is on
Which
my
I'd be
hand.
talking so much shit in that house. I'd be like, Dad, what's the matter? You mad at me? You gotta go make a diss track in the
Heavens
studio?
above, forgive me.
I'd be making diss tracks
I
about my
must
dad.
go
when he
visit
sent me
my
his
son.
Can't play football, he sucks.
I'm coming, Korik.
Just relentlessly talking shit. See if he comes back with something.
It'll be interesting to see if his kid can, either one of them can end up doing anything, because they've only ever been coached by their dad.
Yeah.
They've never had to listen to another coach tell them what to do.
You never know, though. If they want it bad enough.
Yep. If they don't think they're owed it somehow. And I think Shadir seems to think that somehow he, you know, that because his dad is his dad, that he thinks he's better than he is. Notice we haven't heard anything from the other son. He's just doing his thing.
They both got drafted, right? Or are they still in college?
No, well, yeah, Shadir got drafted. We know that his brother. I think is signed with somebody to unsigned free agent or whatever they, you know. So he's on a team, but he's not getting all the press that his brother is, because I think Daddy had a favorite too. You know what I mean?
I'm sure.
And then it seems like they have this problem of, you know, well, I want to be in the meeting when he talks to the Browns. You know, the man is 22 years old or whatever. Let him do his own thing. Can you imagine trying to coach him, and when he's coming back at you going, well, my dad says, that you your dad says your dad's not a coach. You know?
Deion's pretty arrogant too.
Yep, and I honestly think that's why some of the teams decided not to look at it, because they don't want to deal with that crap.
Nope.
Because according, you know, if you look at the recordings from the interview with the Giants or whatever, this was the things that happened. It's like as soon as they corrected him or something, he got all snotty. I'm like, yeah, that's not a good attitude to have as an up and coming player.
Yeah, you're not owed anything. They don't have to draft you.
Nope.
Your dad don't own the team. Fuck.
Nope. And if they tell you to do something, you damn well got to do it. You know?
Yeah, not everybody's offspring possesses the talent. Look at Michael Jordan's cokehead fucking son.
Yep.
Well, he got talent. Same way Martin Schumacher's kid. He
Yep.
had a stint in Formula One for like a year or two. nowhere near the same level as his father. But then you've got other people like, you know, their fathers were mediocre, but you know, they seem to have done a lot better.
Yeah. Well, like, yeah, look at my father. Class A piece of shit. I'm nowhere near that.
Listen carefully.
Yeah, I'd say you're class B, C, maybe. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Mordevicus was held in the ancient city.
That's why because I've dealt with, having helped coach the football teams and stuff. I like the dads who said, no, I want somebody else to coach my kid because he needs to use the
Yeah, I didn't know coach. He was good. I didn't know the drills. If he didn't want to do it, he didn't get to play. The kids I did coach, I wouldn't fucking Phil Jackson or whatever, but I think I was okay. I think I did a good job. I took a team of kids that was pretty bad and took them all the way to the end of that league. Not by much, a couple of points.
But still, you make it that final game. That's the show, baby.
Man, they played really good though. I told them at the end, I was like, you guys did excellent. Don't be upset that you lost. You did great. Not everybody can win.
Nope. There are winners and there are losers, and you're losers. No.
You guys lost, but they played so good. They had some really close games in the playoffs. They had one blowout, and I remember another coach is such an asshole. He's a female coach. Not that makes a huge difference, but
right.
She was like just so mad at because the league was like more of a learning league, so like they did things to like get a little bit there. One had really good players. They would play the same level of players. Basically, your starters
And your secondaries. Right. That good sportsmanship thing,
like,
that
yeah.
good sportsmanship.
She was like, "Okay, coach, like I don't mind. I'll sit out." All got to
Well, I'll put her back in if you want, but. Oh, jeez.
If you had the ball, she was getting it back.
Yeah, that's like you know who Lance Briggs is, right? Played for Chicago for a bunch of years. Defense, defensive back. I knew him when he did when he was youth football in high school, and their last year of youth football, their team was unstoppable. I mean, just literally creamed everybody. And we had to do the same thing. It was, at some point you're like, okay, who's the fifth or sixth tree? Fuck it, who wants to be quarterback? You know?
Yeah. Gotta let someone else have a turn.
Yeah. Somebody who's never done it before. Don't care. You know the players, right? Okay, good. Go in there and do something. They actually had plays to intentionally turn over the ball. So it wouldn't look like you were stomping on it so bad, but you were. I mean, it was, you know. Yep.
We had a couple games like that where I took out some players. I was like, oh, I'm gonna sit my best players out.
Yeah.
Like, even on the B squad, I was like, after a while, I can't help it.
And it's, you know, on our football league, we did have the whole good sportsmanship thing. If you got over like 27 points up, you're supposed to, you know, basically put in your B, C, and D spot. You know, none of your starters should be on the field, but at that point, even when they're scoring, you know, and they're doing as well as the A squad, what are you supposed to do about that? You know?
Yeah.
You know, and they did have mercy rules where you could call the game, you know, but who wants to do that? Seriously, what does that teach you? What we have? Was she Carmelina? So was she a fiery Hispanic? Is that what-
I think her mom might have actually just been Portuguese, but yeah.
But that works, yeah.
Carmelina's dad was a pretty chill. They weren't separated, but he
Right.
came to like as many games as he could. He was a pretty good guy. Like he was always around. He was a nice guy. I got along with him, and the mom she was a nice person. She just lost her temper this particular day, but she was. I think she said so. She yelled at Carmelina for not shaking hands, but made her cry. But
Oh.
Carmelina did shake hands with the other players. Like I saw it happen. Someone just was bullshit.
So in the name of trying to balance the team. Yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean, but that would be what he would say officially. When everybody involved knows that no, you're actually going to save it. Yeah.
kids working together for the most part. Some of them didn't even really like each other. Like, they weren't friends.
Right.
I was like, on the court, you're fucking teammates. Like, don't give a shit about what you do outside.
Yep.
I had to play. The guy who runs the league,
for my
his name was
faith,
Steven, I had to play his son,
burned and tortured.
his son's team.
When I died in that forsaken place,
His
it
son was
without
like,
the grace
did some
of the
shady
light.
shit, like, and I called him out on it,
Their
and like,
path to
they tried to like
salvation
throw
led
me out of the
me
game and shit.
only into
I was like, no,
darkness.
these kids weren't on his fucking team the last
Well,
time I played him, and we're at the
it is
playoffs now,
blood
and you got fucking
that
6
gives
foot
me
tall,
purpose.
7 foot tall kids and shit. He had kids on his team
I
that were
will
like fucking
bring
bad.
the
Like,
life of this world.
he just blew us out, dude.
One of those. I'm pretty sure I saw this kid driving up in his car to get here.
A little, definitely in the right age group. To order or something, like he just didn't care. He knew it, so he would send him out there to just harass my players. Like this kid would be slapping at the ball and shit, pushing my players, and the ref wasn't calling fouls on him, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? So I like yelled at the ref. I was like, call a foul. Like he's putting hands on him. It's not like these kids are 5 years old and you're letting shit go. Like, what the fuck?
Jeez.
Like it was obvious that it was so rigged in his favor to win. And we still, like, they still only won by 2 points. Every move. Like, really high. Couldn't let both my teams. One of them. Where's the fifth grade? That was What's that?
Hey, Lemon, how you doing? Playing a little Diablo here, Diablo 4. Running around. Diablo.
Be better off getting
My name is
just find
Pamuk
a
Klitschik.
spot that needs a coach like the
I
volunteer.
write
and just
this
do it like
as I bleed out my
But even
last
then,
among the
you're
corrupted
committing to-
tombs
I'm
of those who
assuming you'd be
might have
committing to,
been
like-
my brothers.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you were a good one, and sometimes that's what the kids need, you know.
As I've been able to
And they'll
wield
always
a
remember
knife
it, you know.
against them. They feed
I learned
on
from my
blood
wife, believe it or
and
not. She
grow
coached
strong
basketball. When I first
in
met her, her and her
numbers.
mom used to coach
I have chased them
the,
into
in the
this
AAU
nest
league,
and
like
been
the same age
caught
bracket, like
in a
3rd to
trap.
5th graders, girls.
Their leader can raise
Her
the
mom's a
dead.
good coach. Both of them
And
together.
I
Her mom
fear
knows
for
a lot
all
about
who
basketball.
wander
She's a
unknowingly
big
into their
fan. She's
scripts.
followed it all her life.
You have
Very
the skill.
Celtics fan.
Hunt
She
them
loves
down.
basketball. She knows a lot about it.
Do not let my death be for
She's not good
naught.
at basketball though. It's like one of those when she was in high school, they didn't have girls basketball, so she didn't learn how to play. But she liked it so much, she always knew a lot about it.
Like, I have to say, because I was never actually a coach. I was always like, you know, for the youth group, for the youth sport, I ended up being that side of the team, all four of them. I would basically know these kids from the time they were 8 till they were 18. And I worked at the schools, which gave them me a heads up that I always kind of knew what was going on. So if the kids were having problems, I would know about that. I gotta say, one of the neatest things for me though is the kids would call me coach, and there's just something about that. And especially for me, I didn't have kids of my own. You know. Right. No. There were some kids that would try out and not make it, and I was able to understand that here's what you need to work on, and hey, I'll Yep.
Some people just don't have the physical ability to do it as well as other people. Like some people are just natural athletes and develop the game, the mindset of the game later on, and some people understand the game.
Well, it's like I also used to, when I moved to Houston, the guys at the pub, they had a golf league. They'd go golfing every week. I would take pictures, so they had me go out and take pictures. After a while, I got to the point, especially if they sat in the same place for the course, I was learning how that particular hole worked. And they would come up and they would say something up, but saying, you want to hit it here and it'll do this. How do you know that? Okay, do what you want to do. And then it would do exactly what I said. Then he goes, well, how did you know that? I said, because I've been watching it all damn day. You know, so I'm paying attention, you know, it's like
if you're not involved in the game itself, your head's not in that part of it, so you're looking at the other aspects of it. I watched a lot of basketball. I played it too, and I was okay at it. At a high level, but you know, in a pickup game, I could hold my own.
I've heard that about you. You're really good at holding your own. They just asked you not to do that on the bench. Did you ever play any sports or anything? Right. Yeah. You were the guy that would walk the track. I'll get there when I get there. All right.
Me too. I used to casually stroll the track. We would like smoke a joint and blow it into our shirt, thinking no one could tell. They probably could.
Oh, I guarantee you they could. Yeah. Oops. probably good for keeping you in shape. But, you know,
I'm not sure. I know that I get plantar fasciitis a lot. Plantars.
might be flat-footed.
Probably. I got special things to put in my shoes from the foot doctor.
Yep, I am flat-footed, but since I don't walk on them, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Seems like a plus, but it's probably not.
I'm not sure how because the arches do affect your balance and stuff and how you walk. So that's why people fall on arches. That's why they call cops flatfoot. Yeah, but growing up, I couldn't tell sometimes when the shoe was on the wrong foot because without the arch, I couldn't tell.
But I think I've got insoles for that, but I just I'm an orthopedic.
Growing up, I had, if you can picture this, you know the braces on Forrest Gump that fall off his leg when he starts running? I had braces like that. Yep. And they were actually connected. Mine had like not rods, but they had like springs in plastic that would join it to a hip piece. Hip. So they were joined. Yeah, I didn't have that problem. The South Park crap. Yeah. They handle Timmy and the other handicapped kid.
They definitely push the envelope.
Yep.
And they still continue to do so. I love his stuff. I make barely just about managed to get away with, but it's just like, yeah, anyone else pulled that shit, I think getting cancelled.
I never really got that into South Park. Some of it's kind of funny, but I'm not really. I wasn't a huge South Park fan.
They've had some standout episodes, but for some of it, yeah, it's like, whatever, you know.
It's all right. I'm not really a big fan of South. All right, I think I'm gonna hit the sack. I gotta get up early.
All right, I just finished my dungeon, so I'm gonna take off too.
Yeah. You guys have a wonderful night.
Yep.
You too. I will talk to y'all later.
All right. Love y'all.
Bye. And I think that's going to do it for my stream as well, too. Thanks to anybody for hanging out and lurking, if that's what you were doing. Lemon, thanks for the stop by. And anybody else who stopped by. I will talk to y'all later. You all have a good evening. And I'm hoping to be doing this more and more. So, who knows?